Today's going to be a catch-up day here in the basement. Not only have I made several messes around here to show you, but as I tend to be in this spot to sort, and as I edit, I'm like, oh, I could spend $0 and make this look so much nicer. So I'm going to get things cleaned up from all the projects I've been doing, and then I rush on to the next thing of my day, and I don't clean up. See if there's anything that needs to be labeled and just put things away, get things organized, and then deal with this. And then if any decluttering happens along the way, great. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. But once in a while, you just got to stop and reassess and put things away. If you're like me and you're just racing from bathroom updates and painting and spring cleaning and decorating, and I really also want to get to my pantry, and I'm going to skip over some of the bathroom stuff to go to the pantry just to have some fun, and then go back to the hard work of painting a million miles of trim. First off, sawdust on the floor from my husband cutting over the weekend. These, I bought the proper files for these to go in. Then I just have several things from my husband working. Oh, that was the electronic stuff, that needs to go back. And then things from when he works and pulls his stuff down. I also would like to get these looking nice. Oh, and that would be a small declutter I could do right now, is there might be some photo albums I really don't need to have there that either they're empty or almost empty. So let's get this all cleaned up and looking kind of company pretty. And let's not forget this mess over here either. Lights, camera, action. This is not as easy to clean up as I might think because there's so many ridges and grooves in my basement floor. It makes it so I feel like I sweep and sweep and sweep. So I'm gonna have to vacuum here at some point. But for now, I feel like this is good. I'm trying to get the worst of it with the back of the broom so I don't completely mess up this broom. Maybe I should use the yuppie one I was using. Sawdust! I'll be glad when the snow's gone and then he can start cutting outside again. Instead of in my beautiful basement. Oh my goodness. First order of business, I got the folders I wanted to get for this. So this is getting moved and put into folders right now. I went back to Staples and got the proper folders. And I'll show you the difference. So these say, oh my goodness, why did I see them? Maybe because I was in a different Staples, but because there's two and kind of equal distance from us. So 3.5 expandable was what I wanted. So you can see, look at that. So if you have notebooks you're trying to get rid of, and the great thing is you can put these in a hanging filing cabinet because it has these, which I'm not in love with this because as easy as they are to come out, they're equally easy to to go back in. But it's great because you can choose to hang them or not to hang them. Versus what I got, which were these. See, you can't. So I think like I have messages from the state of Maine saying, yes, you were cleared to homeschool this year, or you did it appropriately, which I can put those, like maybe I could do one for each of my kids, put all of their homeschool acceptances and test scores, like the yearly test scores in here. And then the ones who've moved out, I can just mail them this. And then, you know, the ones who haven't moved yet, when they go, this is all they need to take with them if they're concerned. I feel like if you've got a bachelor's degree, I mean, I have a son with a master's degree. Is he really concerned with that? I don't know. But, and their transcript if they ever need it again. So I'm going to get these in the folders and get them labeled. And then I'm going to see if I can condense my homeschool papers at least enough so that my husband can have a proper plastic box and not this milk crate. I'm going to get him all fancy. I get the question a lot, what to do if my husband won't declutter, or you're so lucky your husband would declutter. And honestly, it started because I was like, could you help me with a video? Like, what could you get rid of? And it built from there where he strengthened his muscles and he got into it more. But I would definitely say that for things that anybody in your home doesn't want to declutter, if they're willing to let you organize it, or if they're they could speak into it and say how they would like to organize it, you make it happen, find a spot for it, label it, make it look uniform, and then it doesn't bother you to walk by it all the time, and it doesn't bother them that you got rid of their stuff, because you didn't. You just made it look more organized so that they could find what they wanted when they wanted it, and a little more uniform so that it didn't offend you, because I put my broom down, right? And then I'm looking around ready to clean up the sawdust, and I'm like, where's my broom? Because for me, with everything not uniform, then I'm confused and I can't see anything. All I see is random stuff. That's just me and my eyes, and that's why I like to have everything in a container, because it just helps me. So anyways, I hope that helps you just a little bit. And I'm going to now go get the girls the homeschool records and see if I can condense that a little bit. And I do need to do another pass through, but I need to make sure that my transcript records for my high schoolers is in order in case I need any of that papers to go over my grading. So that's what's hindering me a little bit, but I'd at least like to get them condensed to a box so that I could put this stuff in one of the nice boxes. I didn't want to buy another box because I know at some point I'd be getting rid of that box and I didn't want to waste the money. Okay, I can already tell to do this. This is a declutter. This is so tight. So this is the one that really needs work. Oh, Lordy B. Maybe it's not possible to do this. This is what happens to me, and this is why I only get a fraction of what I want to get done in a day done. That's okay, though. I'm going to keep a positive attitude. Roll up my sleeves, baby. I got my trash bag handy, and I'm going to go for, like, notebooks and workbooks because, first of all, notebooks, that's where they do their computations for math. I don't need to keep that, so let's get rid of those first. We got this, right? Oh, yeah. Why am I keeping all of this? Yep. Purpose of algebra. Who cares? Haha. And honestly, all right, that is foreign language. So we're going to keep some in the front, some in the back, some in the middle, some in the back. And go to the middle. Find a quiz or a test. I already know what Crecia got on this. She was so good. That girl has a memory I wish I had.
You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just put it all behind. Remember you and I would always find somewhere to hide when we were kids, so we could see and hear the water run. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. Hoping you would stay, but I've always known that you would go and find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're. The river's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. You want to leave this place where we grew up, this old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.
Whoa. All right, it wasn't easy, but we did it. So I'm gonna leave it here. Could more be decluttered? Yes, but I got rid of a whole bag. This is as heavy as it can be. So that's gonna go to the dump, hopefully tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We didn't go last Thursday, so I wanna go this Thursday with all the stuff that my dump guy doesn't. Well, I would have to pay him. I guess I could have him take it. That goes back. Robin's stuff can go in here. We can get rid of that ugly milk crate. Can I just say everything is covered in sawdust. So sometimes people will say you shouldn't have the books where the sawdust is, the piano, etc. Here's the problem. I have a lot of people in this house, and if I could fit stuff somewhere else, I promise you I would. So as I go through, I have a closet upstairs where the towels and stuff are. So it's possible that now that I've decluttered photos, you know, at some point, whatever photos are left, I can put up there. Kids can have photos in their own closets. I need to get the ones who've moved out, I need to get their photos to them. Wow, there's like extra room in here, which is nice. So if I find other files of my husband's, this is only half full. So what I'm thinking is other files around the house that are precious to us that we need to keep, but you don't need to keep all the time, could go in here. Yes, I know I could do digital, but that has its own risks. I don't even know what this is. By the way, I need to go get Kleenex. I have allergies or something. I need to take off the homeschool label and put on a label that says Robin's Files. Robin's Notes and Files. Robin's Notes. I think I have some sermon notes upstairs of his in our other file cabinet, so I think I might get another expandable and put those in here too, which would make that one looser and more empty, because really the ones upstairs are supposed to be ones you need to access, and we just had a situation with our daughter getting a new job and they needed her birth certificate, a copy of it, which I think it's because she said she was born in another country. I was a little skeptical on why they were wanting that. It seemed a little much, but anyways, my husband because years ago, on this channel, I made a file for each kid. Why did it take me so long? Anything having to do with that kid goes in that file. So whenever they're looking for something, go to your file, go to your file, go to your file. And he was like, do you remember how we used to have to hunt this house every time anybody wanted anything? We used to have stuff in here, but it outgrew this. So things just end up places. I don't even know. But he was like, this is the best ever. Now with this, I'm going to put a garbage bag in. Any little odds and end wood pieces can go in here. I'm not going to do that right this second. We're going to go back. Okay, so this looks so much better. This I need a label on. It's trophies. Robin's trophies. See, once in a while, I just have to catch up with myself. I do like doing different things every day. It helps me to stay at it, to kind of like, it's kind of like, you know how they have, what do they call it, circuit training, or where you go from apparatus to apparatus to apparatus and they ring a bell and like every so many minutes you go to the next thing. Honestly, that would be good for me because I like to be doing things, but once in a, different things all the time, but once in a while you gotta circle around. Okay, I'm gonna go get some Kleenex because I keep sniffing. Sorry about that. Meanwhile, I can bring this up the stairs. I'm going to start here, making this shelf look uniform and pretty. And so if I can get there, then I can do this one and then this one. And I'm going to even do that before I put everything else away. I'm going to try to work at least 30 more minutes. maybe 45. And then I'm going to go upstairs, edit, get this uploaded. Taking my daughter to the doctor's this afternoon, and I'm really hoping to get started on the pantry, but we'll see. This is an opportunity to get those things and put them where they go. Setting a timer so I don't get carried away. Okay. Putting on a video so I have some company.
And I don't know what I was thinking with this. These definitely go on.
Some things I'm going to take a picture of because this is something Tyler made, so I know his wife will love to see this. I'll take a picture of it and then I'll probably get rid of it. I know he wouldn't want it. These are tire chains. So they go with my outdoor stuff on the other side. My husband had to just use this in our recent storm because the girls got stuck in our driveway. Ice, ice, ice. All right, so the only other thing I need to put up here is framed photos. I have to kind of decide what's happening with those. I kind of have a feeling some of them are like wrapped, but they're photos that are online. This is our first photo as a family, so I probably need to hang that somewhere in the house. It's just not the best quality, you know, pixel-wise. So, can you still see over there? So for now, I'm just going to put these right here, nice and neat. Some of these are frames where I'll take the pictures out. Now this is a photo book that belongs to my son. All right, I feel like this looks so much better than what I had here, don't you? Let me show you what I did. So these are things that need to be decluttered. So I went ahead and used a label because I have tons of labels. It is worth it. Those are all the things that have been separated. And then I stacked my photo albums, you know, like a bookshelf. I put all the small albums in here. And my goal is all of these are going to come out, get sorted, right? And I feel like once I give the kids theirs, and I pare all this down, I'm going to have like one photo box for me, which can easily go, which can easily go in an upstairs closet, which will fix the problem of having photos down here. I just noticed there's 2 up there. Okay, I'm going to deal with that right now. But this looks so much better to me. You know, this is a little bit of a mess, but that will happen in my next paper declutter. I'll make room again, and then Francois' work. I need to just like prepare whatever he should keep and send it to him. And then as I went and I saw things like that was broken and damaged the photo, you know, as I saw things that could be thrown out, they went right in there. So often I think I'm not going to declutter, or I have nothing to declutter. This can be, oh no, I guess there are some photos in here. Okay. And invariably, there's always stuff to declutter. Everything is always a declutter. Every time you clean something, you touch something, you see something you get rid of it right away. So this is gorgeous. I could not be happier. I think I'm going to tackle this paint shelf next because I feel like it's more obvious. I have decluttered this so many times that I don't feel like I'm getting rid of any paint, but I can definitely make this look better, and I'm just going to ignore this situation here. Let's just move these out of the way so you can actually have a chance to see what it is I'm doing. I can hear my husband upstairs doing dishes. God bless him. All right. So, sandpaper. See, what I intended is to have materials down at the bottom for when I need sandpaper or cover, you know, plastic to cover floors and all that. There's a gas bottle here. That's going to go over with the outdoor stuff. So some of this needs to move and some of it needs to be maybe thrown out. I always think I don't have a declutter, and guess what happens? Every single time I have a declutter. So let's see what we can do here. All right, so I found this empty can, but it's the color for my outside of the house. So I took a picture of this so that I can get more of it, because I know I'm going to have some outdoor projects, and then this can go to the dump, but it's empty. I was keeping it because I knew it needed to be matched. So really all you have to do is take a picture, because it has the recipe on top for the people. This was Sherwin-Williams, and that's where I'm going to get it matched again, so I know they'll be able to use that to give me the color I want. super happy with this. This looks so much better. Again, just neat, you know? And I will say this particular shelf, I need to go over this with my husband. We had a foam ceiling in the upstairs bathroom. There's extra foam pieces I know we should get rid of. These lights, I'm pretty sure are, well, actually they're can lights from the kitchen. So that's what I'm saying. I just need to go through it with him. And I know we can get that decluttered. So perhaps we can do that this weekend. Now, I would like, let me just say, in the back, the big stuff is all stuff that would be exterior. And then, you know, these easily show having the DAP and such. And all of this type of stuff is right here in the front where I can see it. I honestly, I think this is for when you do pipes, so I got to ask him. So that might be moved. But I thought I would wait and ask. I'm pretty sure this is when he worked on our pipes. I don't even know what that is. And then all this is interior. So I have like primer sealers, ceiling paint, and then I have a downstairs bathroom color, which, you know, so these are still good paint. It's still colors I'm using, so I'll keep it. And then I also have, this is my dining room blue. This was from my daughter's bureau that she redid. And then this is all the base color that I have all over the house. Is that it was Sherwin-Williams passive, and I had them dial it back to just above white. So then I have drop cloths in here. I have sandpaper and paint trays here, and all of my rollers are here. Some of this probably needs to come over here as well. I'll just quickly do that. All-purpose joint compound for sheetrock. Now some of this says paintable, sands easily. So maybe I will keep that on his, I don't know. Spackle, DAP, spackle. Yeah, we'll keep that over here. Because you know what, I know we end up buying more of this. Wood glue, some of this stuff, these knee pads. So there is a limit to how much I can neaten this. This is Phil for pipes, but he has like pipe stuff down here. So we'll put that down there. You know, this I want to declutter. So let me just see if I can neaten this up a little bit. I'm a little nervous to do that, but yeah, let's see what we can do.
Times of trouble, you're always resting at my door. Though I've wavered, you've been waiting. I'm the one you're looking for.
See some of this stuff. It's amazing how quickly it all unravels. Okay, how much better is this area now, right? So I did label, like, these are his power tools. And this is just kind of miscellaneous, but he can kind of see in here. He's not going to love this. But it kind of shows me my idea for him will be, let's get some smaller boxes, let's break it down, and let's label it. So we still have some work to do, which kind of encourages me that we still have some work to do in it. And then, of course, this top shelf. But everything looks neat now. And you know, obviously it could be more uniform. Like, I could switch these out. I do have clear boxes. That could happen. I'm not sure if it needs to happen, but it could happen another day. And my battery's about to die, so that's perfect. Ta-da! Remember, as always, that God loves you, and I love you too. And I can't wait to see you next time, which hopefully will be tomorrow.